explain how phase training works.
Alright guys. What'd you do?
The screen is not on.
Micro.
Hey, that sounds
I know you don't need to explain it.
Alright, explain laser ball.
Laser ball.
Let's
go! Alright, folks.
Alright, so
We're gonna explain laser ball.
I don't need a mic for this. Alright guys, so when you grab your vest, you'll take your membership card, touch it to your vest, it'll activate. If your vest is blinking, if you're too close to the door, it won't activate, so you have to get someone, probably me, Redneck, or Micro will take care of it for you. Love you. When you get your vest, you're automatically a scout. And in order to change your position, if you're playing something not a scout, you're going to take the button on the left side of the phaser, you're going to hold it down. It'll say customization mode, activate it. You pull a trigger, listen for whatever position you are playing. So every time you shoot the trigger once, it'll change it to wherever is the next one available. So listen for wherever you are playing. When you have whatever desired position you are playing, you hold down the button again. It'll say customization complete. Then you are ready to go. You guys start off at the bases, red base, green base. In this game, the only bases that you can shoot are the opposite team base and the downstairs neutral target in the middle. All the other bases are deactivated. You guys are going to do a fun game beforehand, so we'll show you guys where all the bases are. The rules for this game, there is no following. We'll get to that as we explain the game, but you'll understand the reason why there's no following. With this, there are 5 positions. There's a scout, a medic, an ammo, a commander, and a heavy. The medic is the only person on the team that cannot get lives back. A medic has 20 lives. Once a medic loses all their lives, they're out of the game. They'll say game over, they exit the arena. So can I start the game and we'll kind of show you guys a little bit about the positions. So in a normal game, it's scouts, medics, and ammos. It takes one shot to take them down. Or, sorry.
He'll shoot me on that.
Okay. So even though he's on my team, there's friendly fire in this game. So if you shoot your team, they take a life. Commanders and heavies, they have a bigger shield. It's going to take multiple shots. So Greg is a heavy for this one. Scouts, medics, and ammos, they do. Down boy. Scouts, medics, and ammos, they do one-shot damage. Tanks, the heavies, the giant tanks, they can take anybody down one shot. Doesn't matter who they shoot, it's one shot. Commanders, they're kind of a tank, not as beefy. So I'm commander, if I shoot Greg, see how his lights are dimmer? That means he's been shot, but he's still active. He still has shield left. So it's going to take, if you see somebody shoot them once and they don't go down, that means they're a bigger person in the arena. So it's going to take multiple shots. You can run out of lives, you can run out of shots. Your medic and your ammo, figure out who it is, they resupply you by shooting you when you're active. It's going to take multiple shots to fill you up. It's not going to be one shot, you're full in life for one shot. If they shoot you while you are down, so if Greg shoots me, you're two-handed. Just shoot me. And they try to resupply me lives, they're just going to do damage to me. So make sure when you try to resupply your team, they are active. Work with your team because as you see they're both shooting me to give me lives and shots. When you are down, you're down for 8 seconds. During that 8 seconds, you can't do anything. So if only Shayla shoots me to give me lives or whatever, I need ammo, I have to wait for him, I have to wait to come back up. So you gotta work with your team to get that timing down.
what happens during the last 4 seconds?
Into that. Calm down, killer. There is what is called a reset. Clearing, depending upon the system that you play, there is clearing. This is why the following is important. There is no following. Because after 4 seconds, he's down for 8 seconds. If you shoot somebody, you can shoot them while they're down. I can shoot, he's never coming back up. As long as you shoot someone else, doesn't matter your team, other team, they're not coming up. So if somebody's just standing in your base, you can continuously tag them, they're not coming up one bit.
Just a note, guys, the chasing is in their path. You can go around the wall and break that. So you can chase them if you use the walls properly.
Yeah, don't straight up follow. Yeah, we'll explain with that demonstration in a moment.
Each position, except for heavies, have a special ability. To activate special ability, you get points. You get special points by tagging a player, tagging the bases. Once your vest, it'll say you have a power boost or something available. In order to activate that ability, you hold down the button on the left side of the phaser. The medics and ammos, they get what's called a power boost. If they hold that button down on the phaser, it'll give them, everybody on their team, one supply of life or ammo, whoever is active. So if I'm deactivated, Greg shoots me, I'm deactivated, and she activates her power boost, I'm not going to get anything because I'm dead. Scouts have rapid fire. Rapid fire, they activate, the rapid fire stays activated until they get shot by their resupplies. Rapid fire burns through shots, but it makes it easy to take out Greg because it's a faster shot. Heavies are the only thing that they're a giant tank. They do not have a special ability because they're a tank. They do have what's called missiles. I'm assuming most of the 3 hits here are going to be those that have played Force before. But just a reminder, how do you use a missile? You point at someone, you're going to get 3 tones. The third tone will be a higher pitch. It'll be a high pitch on his vest. You pull that trigger, it's a heat-seeking missile. Does more damage. Commanders also have that, and they also have an ability called a nuke. How a commander launches a nuke, they hold that button down, it'll say nuke activated. They want to either be by the team or hiding somewhere where they cannot get shot. Once a nuke is launched, it takes anywhere from 5 to 8 seconds to detonate. If the nuke detonates, it takes out the whole entire other team, taking lives away from the entire team, regardless if they're active or deactivated. So it's a good strategy with your team, blah blah blah, where when your team's launching a nuke. Other than that, as stay with the chasing, please, like, if he goes this way, I go this way, we both be up here, that's one thing, but I can't just follow behind him. That's not fun because you just constantly just shoot.
Alright, so, little demonstration as far as following.
See it.
So, we are only allowed to follow 10 feet in the path that someone has died. So,
3 steps.
which is basically 3 steps. So, let's just say, so stand right here at this wall fighter. Let's just say, Disco's standing there. I shoot Disco, I put him down. I can follow him right up to here. This is where he died. I can only follow him 10 feet. 1, 2, 3. That's about as far as I can go. Maybe like 10 feet. Yeah, I'll probably get a few more out of there. But I can only follow him 10 feet. That is it. After that, you'll be penalized if you go to shoot them, right? But here's the deal. Let's just say he goes back into this spot, and let's just say, what was that? Yeah. So let's say he's down. I didn't shoot him. Doesn't matter who shot him. So I go up to the spot, and I'm like, I'm not going to follow his path. I'm going to go around the wall. So I go around the wall. So now I'm around the wall, and now 1, 2, 3, bam. It's fine. I took an alternate route. If you take an alternate route, you are allowed to follow up to that point.
Where that points meet.
So he creates a path, his dead path, his corpse path starts, and then I can't put more than 10 feet onto that path. Like I said, you can go around walls, that way you get more distance. That is your no following rule. Any questions on that? As that is usually the hardest thing for newer players to fully grasp. Is the following rule active after a nuke?
Yes.
So, good question. Anytime anyone dies for any reason. So let's just say
Resupply as well.
So let's just say I shoot Disco there, and he's going that way, and then for some reason, bam, a nuke drops. He goes down again. He never even comes up. And so now his path is so long. So I'd be like, all right, so 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. He's been dead this whole time. He got shot again, he got nuked out, he hasn't come back up. His path continues. That means you could accidentally just like, da-da-da, and like, oh shoot, I think I just saw Disco that way. Not even shoot him. And be like, oh man, I'm gonna follow Disco now and shoot him. You didn't know, but you still followed. You have to make sure that you're careful with that. That is what the marshals are for. Normally there's about 12 refs counting and making sure. We're doing 4. So, you know, limitations on that.
What's the rule for targets? Like showing targets?
None.
Okay. I want to make sure everybody said that.
Yeah.
The only caveat is if you have not followed more than 10 feet of the player's path, as soon as they flash on, you can go get them. If you have followed them more than 10 feet, like maybe you want to attack other players that they went near, you can go beyond the path. Just don't target them, but you can shoot everybody else. You have to give them 2 seconds grace before you target them.
And targeting doesn't mean shoot. Targeting just means if you hear this sound, that I point, that's a target. I don't have to pull a trigger. If he's around his team and I brush by, I would get a penalty.
Yeah, so if you're trying to go around, make sure you're...
Now with that being said, if you are deactivated and you create a path, don't just stand blocking your team. Because that's cheating.
Yeah.
You have to get 50% leeway. Yes.
One of the things also, one of the things also is you'll notice at the end of the game, like again, you're not supposed to target the other player. But if let's just say one person is left, and you do a gun, you'll see some people just like gun behind their back and just leave it there. And like, all right, last person left, you're right over here, they're over here, they're over here. And usually most people will say not targeting as well. That is okay. That's usually like an end game sort of thing. Yeah. Not targeting.
Yeah.
So as far as being a marshal, you're not going to give anyone a warning until you've seen them target after they followed?
See, okay, I mean, for me personally, if I'm going to marshal a game, the people are going to break those rules. I mean, I'm sorry, but following is ridiculous for the amount of people who have never ever played the game.
Yes.
I will warn you. And I'll probably warn you multiple times. I am not going to sit here and give you a thousand.
Oftentimes,
I'm like, don't shoot that boy.
Oftentimes, what marshals will do is if they see you about to do something, usually, like start to follow, like, oh man, he's like, hey, yeah, and
Yeah, literally, like, I wouldn't do that shit.
I wouldn't.
So, also, marshals can be nice, marshals can be dicks. You can ask a marshal. If I see Greg go around the corner in the door, I can ask a marshal, hey, is Greg down? Hey, is so-and-so down? Now that's, as far as marshal, that's up to you. You can be a dick. You can be like, oh, yeah, no, Greg's down, Greg's active. You can shoot him all day long. Or Greg's down.
Nah, you don't have that. Go get him, chief.
Are there any questions about any of the positions or anything? Yes. Two-handed will be on per Greg, but if there's issues, please let me know and I will take care of it.
Oftentimes with these older guns, if you experience a little bit of an issue, it's usually because your hand's not warm, and sometimes giving it the old kind of rub will make it work better.
Can you demonstrate that again?
Gotta get it fast.
You want to ask how the paper game too, like sometimes like it's not.
We trying to play blast.
I don't know. I haven't
Oh yeah, no internet.
If you die in the game, you are not allowed to talk to anybody. You have to exit the arena. You cannot be dead in the game going, hey, this person's low on lives over here. Go shoot them. When you're dead, you must exit the arena and hang up the vest. Unless you guys do a vest up around, I'll tell you guys to do it that way.
Yeah, if anybody got more questions than that, feel free to ask. Of course.
We say about three pretty large steps. Yeah, I mean like 3 baby steps or one thing, but
I've always done that.
A question that we just had was, how do you know how many lives and shots you have? There is no display. Most of you were spoiled on Gen 8. There is no display. So it's all counting in your head. Once you get low, the pack will say things that are probably too loud for your opponents to hear as well. But it'll say like 10 lives remaining. One shot left.
Yeah, your best will say lives low, shots low. Lives critical, shots critical. Shots unavailable, you're dead.
When you are out of lives, you will clip your phaser to your pack. You get one little thing to say, like, I'm out. So you're not like, hey, he's over there, they're out, blah, blah, blah. No, you're like, I'm out. You let your team know, you put your head down and you walk out. Clip your phaser. Do not, under any circumstance, like, all right, I guess I'm out. I'm just going to walk around. I'm going to get my thing. Because then you have players like, oh, man, I'm wasting shots on this person. And then it's going down. Like, yeah, because they're out of lives and they're walking around like they're still playing. So clip your phaser when you are out.
Are there any other questions, comments, concerns?
They're better
Yeah, leave the arena through the shortest path you can. Oh yes, so, arena-specific thing to know, folks, this is kind of important. So, this site has a small little quirk to it that every so often, maybe once a day, the game kind of just slows down and stops for a minute.
Fucking great.
I mean, anymore?
No.
Alright, good.
Restart.
But, in case it does, the game is still going until you hear Kelly say, we're done. So if you're like, this is weird, something's not right, keep playing. Yeah?
What's your full arena?
Full arena, yeah. What's that?
What's your rate?
Yeah, great. So yeah, keep playing. If the stuff isn't working, just, once we're like, all right, I guess it's not coming back, then it's not coming back. Like I said, in the past it's only happened like maybe once a day, but hopefully they fix that glitch here.
Yeah, we have long conversations.
Good.
So
Good.
that should be taken care of.
I'll just put it out there just in case. Yes. Yes. Teams are going to start in your indicated box. Marshals, you're going to make sure that they don't leave that box until the game starts. The game start sound is anywhere between like...
Don't say let's rock.
Yeah, 2 seconds to like 9 seconds.
Your best will say let's rock. Yes.
Yellow tube is the neutral base, correct? Not the blue base?
The downstairs middle tower.
Yeah.
I think that's yellow.
Yeah, yellow.
Yeah.
It's pointing out horizontally. It's in the center.
You can tag it from upstairs and downstairs.
Yep. Let's see here. Remember, you have to see where you are firing. This is a global rule for all of Armageddon. So there are places in the arena where you might just be like, you know what? I could just probably like, No, absolutely not. You need to see where you are firing. For safety reasons abroad. Also, that means you can't stick your gun out windows. So there's bars in all the windows, but that doesn't mean that you can like, stick your gun out and do the thing. Imagine it's a wall that you can shoot through. Imagine it's a plate of glass. Let's see here. It'll be good to have 2 marshals upstairs, 2 marshals downstairs.
You only have 4 games there.
Yeah, it's, otherwise it would just be kind of a mess. It's not ideal. Alright. Let's see here. Any other questions? As this is usually the most complicated of systems. God.